Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. We've got a bit of a treat for you today. We've got two replays. The first one featuring a TVP T 5051 located on the north spawn of Fisherman's Bay. It's under the command of the BassmanFromHell. Yes, he's riding again, this time in a medium tank, the tier 10 Czech medium tank with the autoloader and a very quick delivery of 4 100mm rounds. Game on. Well, it's kind of an assassin tank actually. With standard APCR, he's capable of 320 alpha, 248mm per pen with standard ammo, and with the premium rounds, he can actually go through 310mm. But it's actually the speed at which it delivers the shell. 4 clips, 4 shells can be delivered with a 1.5 second shot between each shot of intra-clip reload, which means that in just 4.5 seconds he can deliver over 1280 hit points of grief to the enemy tanks, which means basically he can clip out a wounded enemy tank, or he can devastate a light or medium tank on the enemy team and basically make them completely ineffective from there on in. It's also got a reasonably fast reload as well. Okay, enemy tanks in sight. Got a Rhinocerente. Now, might not be able to get through the frontal armor on that thing, but we'll see. Oh, Jaeger goes past. In fact, actually, the Rhinocerente is actually concentrating on our teammate to our left. But he's loaded 4 heat rounds instead. He does take a hit from the Rhinocerente, but he did get 3 pens. And he's clocked up 858 hit points of damage from that shot. So fair exchange. He only took a round, but 456 from the Rhinocerente's gun. Now, it's not just fast at firing, it's fast at moving as well. This thing will do 60 kilometers an hour, almost the speed of a light tank. In fact, it is almost the speed of a light tank, and it moves very quickly across the battlefield. Okay, SMC is now taking the ROF. He's feeling it, and he's out the game. Got his first kill. That's how lethal these tanks are. They're completely devastating to the enemy. If you see a TVP T 5051 and you're in an Arty, you should aim for it because it's got very weak armor, but it's the fact that this tank can really do serious damage to your teammates if it's loose on the battlefield. Okay, he sees a 703. Tries to get shots. He got the second one, third one, and he got the fourth and killed him. 2 kills now. He's racked up 3k of damage, and he's reloading. Now he's loading APCR for the next one. Okay, who's next? Well, I think he's going to go for that AMX 65 ton, and I don't blame him at all. Standard reload 28.97 seconds. I think it's 28, if I remember correctly. Need my glasses. He's going to clip out this 65 ton if he can find him. Where are you? There you are. Oh, he's gone. 23.97 seconds is the standard reload time. I think he's got something like 22 seconds for his full clip. And he's now just trying to hunt down the last few enemies. He's got a FV215B1A3 Death Star. He's got him by the rear, and he's pumping shells in, and he's got his next kill. He did take 2 hits, one from an RU251, one from a Seudes. So yes, he's lost a few hit points from that one, but just over 500. But he's still got plenty. I mean, this thing has 1800 hit points normally, and he's down to just 697. So he can't be taken out with one shot unless he gets hit by something like a Hesh bomb or a Death Star. But the Death Star's dead. He killed him. So 3 kills to the baseman. He's just found his next victim. It's a Jagdtiger. This could be funny. He won't be able to take him out with one shot, but if his teammates work with him, then he can possibly cut him down to size. Skoda's moving in close. Remember, he's got a 2-shot autoloader as well. We're loading the heat rounds. It's decided to switch. Okay. No easy shot there on the Jagdtiger. he's going to hold back, try and use the bush mechanic on the guy. He doesn't really want to get taken out. The Jagdtiger could clip him with one shot if he's got the top gun. He's got 750 alpha. Okay, Bassman's decided he needs to get close. The Jaeger is ahead of him. The Jaeger's got a much higher alpha with his gun. Okay, he's better off here because, of course, he's got the bushes working in his favor from both directions. The enemy's being corralled into a certain tiny little area, and he's decided he's going to try and prompt this Jaeger, or Jagdtiger rather, to change his mind and pull out in front of our guys. Now, can he get a shot? Well, it seems that his teammates are getting shots, and the Jagdtiger just died, taken out by the Skoda. And now we've got a 416, and he kills him with one round, and that's 4 kills for the Bassman. They're 3 up on the enemy. Bassman's got 4 of the kills. Half of the enemy team, half of the team's kills so far. Missed one shot, gets another one. That's 5 kills. He's tearing them to pieces. He is the highest scorer on his team so far. Oh! And there goes another one. The unit 16, the guy who actually hit him and damaged him, has just been vaporized by the Jaeger. So now the enemy is in real trouble. And there's the Heshbon. The only other one who can actually possibly take him out with one clip. And now he's got a Progetto 65 ahead of him. Now, can he deal with any of these? No. But he's getting closer and closer to them. 4 shots ready to go. Playing sneaky, sneaky. There's the Forest Spirit. Now, he's got a shot on this guy. First shot goes in. Second goes in. Didn't get the third one in, but he's got 20% of the enemy hit pool. And remember, this is a tier 10 game, so which means that he has the potential to get a high caliber out of this one so far. He really has been rocking it. One more kill, he gets the top gun. Oh, ow, no, he didn't mean to see that. The Progetto 65 looking directly at him, so he had to pull back. But the Progetto is now taking fire from other people. And he must pay attention to Bassman, because he knows that Bassman will have him if he can. And he knows that Bassman's probably got 4 shots ready. And now the Progetto has to divert his attention. Just take him out. He takes out the Progetto. Yes, that's the top gun. There's only 4 enemies left. He knows where they are, but he's rocking a reload at this moment. Getting ready to go after the remainder. Look at how the rest of the team, they're all hanging back actually, watching what he's doing. He has teammates behind him, but they're just enjoying the spectacle that the Bassman's providing by tearing these guys apart. He's spotting them as well, which means he's picking up spotting assist. Okay. See the one up front. Doesn't want to expose himself too much. He knows that there is a Forest Spirit and a Heshbon. The Forest Spirit is very badly wounded. If you remember, he got 2 shots into him. Okay, he's trying to back up to see if he can spot the guy. No, nothing going there. There's one of them. There's the Heshbon. Okay, can take that guy down. Go for the top. Yeah, one. Pops one in. Forest Spirit comes round. Oh, no, he took that one in the tracks. He didn't come around the corner because the Heshbon might be waiting for him at this moment. He needs something to distract the Heshbon. But these guys are now in dangerous trouble. And he's got another kill. That's 7. There's only 2 enemies left. He could get a Radley Walters if only his teammates will let him. He's only got 2 shells in the clip. He needs someone to distract the Heshbon. Got him. Oh, the kill shot goes to somebody else. There's only 1 enemy left, the unit 16. And he's somewhere up in front, up ahead. We haven't got a shot from here. We'd have to move a bit round this bunker. And we should be able to hit him from here. Gets 1 in. He's got to go to a reload now, but they've won the game. They've captured the base. That was an astonishing game by the BassmanFromHell in the TVP T 5051. He obviously got an ace tanker because basically he was carrying the team on his back He must have been sweating buckets after that one because he really did well. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, bruiser for getting at least 5 critical hits, in fact he got 5 exactly, hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from at least 4 different tanks or more, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He actually got 7 at the end. He was 1 short of getting a Radley's, and he would have got it if his teammates hadn't capped out, as well as a tank sniper for getting the most damage at 300 meters or more. If I ever meet the baseman in battle and he's in a TVP T 5051, I'm probably going to have to ask for the last rites before the battle ends. Oh my God, what a game that was. Look at the win rate, 9,369. That's Super Unicum standard and a lot more. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he definitely got the highest damage in the game. Look at that, 6,964 hit points of damage. The nearest player to him was the Jaegeru, 4,341 hit points of damage. And in third place was the Heshpan on the enemy team, who managed 3,556. When it came to kills, yep, he got that one too. 7 kills to the baseman. 3 kills went to the Jaeger on his team, and 2 kills went to the Heshpan, the Forest Spirit, and the Death Star on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's one of only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base, and the other guy was a tier 8. So a tier 8 and a tier 10 game. And of course, that's why he got extra XP. But it was the baseman who got the highest, which means he got the top in all 3 columns. 1,281 base experience points from that game. 1,081 went to the T44. And the next highest after that was the Skoda T56, who also picked up an invader. He was one of the guys who was capping, and he got 997. It's a pity that guy didn't realize how close the baseman was to getting a Radley Waters to win the game, but I guess they just wanted to end as quickly as they could. What a mistake to make. 29 shots fired, 26 direct hits and 25 penetrations. He had a few shots, just missed the target, but he was aiming at a very long range, which is why he got the tanker sniper. He was finding it very difficult to get that direct hit on the target at range. 6,964 hit points of damage, of which 2,154 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see, yes, a lot of long range shooting. He received 6 hits from the enemy, only 4 of which actually penetrated, 2 non-penetrations. Yes, he actually did suffer a pen on his, or not a non-pen rubber, on his tracks. And he was very lucky to get that pen. I can't remember which one it was actually, but it was certainly, he did receive a pen, which was quite a substantial one, and that blocked and kept him in the game. 390 hit points of damage blocked by armor. That was the shot. Yes, it was a 390 hit from somebody. He also damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 7, 1,751 hit points of spotting assist in that game. On a premium count, he actually made a loss from that game of 10,794 credits, but that's because he did use a lot of premium rounds. He needed to use the premium rounds, the heat rounds, to get through the armor of some of the tanks he was attacking. You wouldn't be able to get through them otherwise, or at least guarantee that you could get the shots in. And of course, because the baseman is trying to mark this vehicle, and if you want to get consistent damage on the enemy, you need to use the premium shells just to guarantee that you can get the damage rate up. He also picked up 7 bombs. And he also took away 3,843 experience points. He got a reward for completing the mission, but it was free XP. Excuse me, my voice is going after all this. And he got a reward for completing a mission and events on credits. And good job that he did get that. Otherwise, he would have been an even bigger loss, actually, overall. But it was a great game. And it's not the only game, because, of course, as I said, right at the start of the game, we've got 2 replays from the baseman. So let's go and watch the second one. The second replay is in the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, and we're on Serene Coast. Game on. Well, last time you saw the baseman from hell in his Waffenträger, he was actually on the Olenburg map, and he scored a really good victory over the enemy. In fact, he was the last one left alive on his team in that game. In this one, well, it's a little more difficult because, of course, it is this map. And, well, we know that the heavy tanks are going to go to the peninsula. Meanwhile, the tank destroyers are going to sit around here at the base, whilst the medium tanks go up towards the corners. Okay, he's made himself a nice little nest. He's turned his vehicle around so he can make a quick escape when he needs to. And at this moment, he's trying to get shots on a Progetto 46 who's gone down into the dip. Now, the front of his vehicle's sticking out quite nicely. First shot, TNH T-51 takes around 490, which is an average shot because this is the 128mm gun capable of 560 output. Actually, it's not an average shot, is it? It's a low roll. Yes, because he's actually got the 128, and with the penetration with this one is 276mm. With the premium rounds, it's 352. So it's a tier 9 German. It's not really a turreted tank destroyer, it's just a Waffenträger. Another nice hit. The P-44 took it this time. 516 hit points. And he gets another round in. This time the G-Saw, and it is a high roll from this one, 589. Standard reload on the Waffenträger, if I remember correctly. 16.3 seconds with the 15cm, and with the 128mm, if I can remember correctly. Oh, got a bounce there. I'm looking up my notes furiously, trying to find out what the actual reload time is. Standard is, I think that's 11.10. Oh, he got a fire in the UDES. Ooh, that was a good one. 11.12, so he's got 9.39, knocked 2 seconds off. Oh no, missed the TNH this time round. You can see it's quite fast firing, but the Waffenträger doesn't have much in the way of armor, so it is very, very vulnerable indeed. In fact, it's got no armor really, so to speak, whatsoever. According to the book, it says 80mm at the front, 30mm at the side, 20 at the rear. But what he can do is that. He's just taken out the TNH T-51. Yeah, it does a lot of damage very, very quickly, but you have to assure that you don't get spotted by the enemy, because if you do, they will take you out because they know that their shells won't bounce. They will go straight through and do a lot of damage. No shot in the UDES. It's also, this game is also down to his teammates, because he needs them to succeed to a certain extent, because if they don't succeed, he's vulnerable. And he does get around into the supercar, but look, his teammates that went up the west side of the map, they've totally failed, and now the enemy's coming this way. And really, all he's got is the guys in the center at the moment, and they're being shot at by those guys on the west side of the map. So, yes, this is not looking so good. Where scores are even at the moment, but the enemy does have the positions, and that's in their favour. There'll be only one shot to kill the Superconch, because he's down to 85 hit points. Our teammates, though, need to spot the enemy for us to hit them at this range. Okay, we can see them now, but oh, just a brief hint. Doesn't decide to shoot. And now we know that we're in trouble because we've got a G-Saw coming this way. And you know that new wheelie is actually quite powerful. Fires one into it, gets a low roll for 531. Didn't get spotted. Funnily enough, he didn't get spotted. Almost loaded. Oh, he took him out. That's good, but he did get spotted this time. Unfortunately, we lost the Wizzy 1201 GFT. He did get spotted and he was taken out. So now the baseman, well, he has to pull back. The team are down by 3, and really he's got no protection from the guys to the north. And there's only 2 left in his cap area, the T-44 and the Heshbon. And so he's decided he's going to go round the back. It looks like the enemy's coming this way. In fact, there's a strip coming this way. So he might have a willing victim, because I don't think the strip knows that baseman's here, waiting on the corner. He'll set himself up so he can get the shot. Doesn't want to get the strip. Oh, there's the strip. Okay, well, he's decided to go in. Oh, he missed with that one. And the strip, well, he doesn't seem to realise the trouble he's in. We do ram him, And we lose 110 hit points trying to flip him over. He's trying to mate with him. It's not the mating season. Bassman, what are you up to? Pulls back a bit. Ow. But he takes care of business. And that guy's now fully impregnated. Yes. I wonder what the combination of a Striv and a Waffenträger might be. Well, I think we'll have to wait 9 months to find out. E100. That could be difficult. So it's just these two with very big guns and no armor, so to speak. The enemy is now capping, which means they're behind us. And the Heshbarns decided to go off one way. We're going in reverse the other side round. Oh, he gets one in, but it's a low roll, 526. He did get spotted, and now he's, well, the the T110E3 gets a big 15 centimeter, 155 millimeter round into us, I should say. But the E100 gets revenge, and we're out the game. And so is the FP4005, and it's game over. Well, despite that game being a defeat, it was a good game for the Bassman because he got his second mark of excellence in that one. He got a first-class tanker for mastery. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage and hit points for his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7. And he got the high caliber in the game. Yes, he did the most damage at range as well, but I don't think he picked up the... No, he didn't get the tanker sniper, which is a pity. But he did get a win 8 of 7,136. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see he was the only player in the game to get a medal. In fact, actually, he got the highest damage with 6,168 hit points to the Bassman. Second highest damage went to the Heshbarn, 5,251, and the third highest damage was the tank who killed him. The E100 on the enemy team managed 4,083 hit points of damage, and yes, so he's in third place. When it came to kills, it was shared. The top spot was shared. Bassman had 3, so did the Heshbarn. On the enemy team, their E100, their Super Conqueror, and their AE Phase 1 all had 3 kills apiece. So he's got the top in 2 columns. Unfortunately, because he lost the game, it doesn't go to him on base XP. That goes to the A Phase 1. 1,034 goes to him. He was the only player to get over 1,000 base. 901 went to the Super Conqueror, and also 901 to the Type 61 as well. Both got the same base XP. But the Bassman got the highest base XP on his team. He got 684. And that means he did beat a fair number of the enemy team as well, who have well below that. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 16 rounds in the game, got 13 direct hits on the enemy and 11 penetrations, damage of 6,168, of which 3,443 were at more than 300 meters. He did receive 3 hits, all 3 penetrations, but of course this thing has no armor, as I said. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, and he got a profit of 13,249 credits from the game. He got the Courageous Resistance Award on both cases, and he took away 1,680 experience points. And in 9 months' time, we're expecting the pregnancy of a Striv 103B to be complete and to produce a new tank. Yes. Who's going to have parental rights? I don't know. And it's silly to think of it anyway. But what a great game there for the Bassman to pick up his second mark of excellence, even though it was a loss. I hope you enjoyed both those replays. Some absolutely cracking games. And I'm pleased that the Bassman sent them both in so we could actually feature them in one video. It's nice to see where he carries in a TVP all the way. And then to see this game where he's also carrying, by the way, in terms of damage and still alive at the end of the game, even though he doesn't have any armor. And he did have a really good game. So the Bassman is turning into a real horror for the enemy team every time he appears on the battlefield. Because, yes, he's the man to do the damage. I hope you enjoyed those replays. If you did, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.